Are you looking for chocolate chip cookies with crispy edges and a perfectly chewy center? Then this cookie is for you. For over 30 years, this has been my family's favorite chocolate chip recipe, and it's become the favorite recipe of numerous friends and family who have eaten it and then have requested the recipe. So grab your apron and let's make chocolate chip cookies. You're going to want to start by toasting the pecans because toasted nuts add such a higher level of flavor that you definitely want. So put them in a small cookie sheet or small baking pan, place them in a preheated oven, 350 degrees for about 5 to 7 minutes until they're exactly the level of brown that you like. But be real careful, watch them carefully so they don't burn. Next, use your mixer to cream the softened butter along with the white sugar and the brown sugar. I like to use the dark brown sugar because I think it adds a great flavor and a beautiful color also. You're going to mix this on medium speed for about 2 minutes or until the butter turns pale yellow and the mixture is light and fluffy. Scrape the sides of your bowl down as needed. Next, add the eggs and the vanilla to the creamed mixture and mix it until it is well blended. Next, we're going to mix together the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. And here's a little tip for easier cleanup when you're mixing those dry ingredients. Use a sheet of wax paper. Once you're done mixing them together, you can just throw that piece of wax paper away and it's easy cleanup. If you like tips for easier cleanup and baking, then be sure and hit subscribe to my channel and hit the like button while you're at it. I've been cooking and baking for a lot of years and I've learned several shortcuts over the years. Next, you're going to add those dry ingredients to your butter and sugar mixture. When you've just about added all of the flour ingredients, then start adding the oatmeal and mix everything well. Now for the best part, we're going to add the chocolate chips. I like to use dark chocolate chips, especially this Ghirardelli brand because they're a lot larger. So I like to use those. They give a great dark chocolate flavor. Also at this point, add the pecans. They're toasted, but they're fully cooled. Mix that all together. Use a cookie scoop to scoop the dough out and put it about 2 inches apart on a parchment-lined baking sheet, or you can use a silicone mat if you've got that. You're going to bake it in a preheated 350-degree oven for about 8 to 10 minutes or until the edges are starting to get kind of brown. If you want, you can take some extra chocolate chips and put those on top just to make it look a little more pretty. Another tip I wanted to give you was if you're finding that your dough doesn't release well from your cookie scoop, dip it into some water in between each scoop and that'll help it release easier. If you don't want to bake all these at once, they freeze beautifully. The great thing about them is you can bake them straight out of the freezer. You don't need to thaw them, which is kind of a good thing, but at the same time can be a bad thing too. But here's how I freeze them. I use my cookie scoop to just put them out on a wax paper lined tray. There's no reason to spread them out. They can even be touching. I use the wax paper that I used on the flour earlier, so you can reuse that if you want. Once you've done that, pop them in the freezer for about 2 to 3 hours until they're frozen. Once the dough balls are completely frozen, place them in a zip-top freezer bag. If I've made a double batch, I usually stack them with a layer of wax paper between the 2 layers. When you're ready to enjoy a fresh baked cookie, just take these frozen dough balls straight from the freezer, put them on your cookie sheet lined with either a silicone baking mat or parchment paper, preheat your oven to 350 degrees and bake them for 15 minutes. Then let them cool on the cookie sheet for about 2 minutes, and you are ready to enjoy a delicious, warm, gooey chocolate chip cookie. The cookies have finished baking. They smell delicious. They look beautiful. They have crispy edges. The center is delicious and chewy. They're going to be so good with a glass of ice cold milk. If you like recipes like this that are delicious and also freezer friendly, then I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and also hit the like button. To be notified every time we have a new video, then hit that bell also. Thank you for watching today, and we'll see you next time.